Welcome to TPK Roleplay, and welcome to the 10th episode of our Curse of Strahd campaign, Dark Echoes. This campaign, while based on the standard module from Wizards of the Coast, has been modified using additional content from a variety of sources. Dark Echoes will be a vivid exploration of classic Gothic horror, tropes, and monsters of all kinds. It may be a brutal, stressful, and grim experience and is not for the faint of heart. Please know that those of us around the virtual table have given our consent to explore these topics together as respectfully as we can, but if you, the viewer, should feel uncomfortable at any point, please make sure to step away, get some air, stretch your legs, and check in on us again later. With that, I am LUKALOCK, and I will be your dungeon master. Players, please introduce yourselves, starting with Sarah.
Hi, I'm Osarix Franco, and I'm playing Irina Kolyana, the Human Ranger. Passing it over to Cole.
Hello, everybody. I am Koravi. I am playing Colin, the Human Antiquarian.
Hello, everybody. I am Tyrant. I will be playing Winchester, the half-elf druid.
Hello, I'm playing Toby, the lizardfolk barbarian.
Hi, I'm Turk. You can't see me now, but I'm also in this game. And maybe I won't hurt everyone this time.
We'll see. So, you guys are currently in the ruins, where you were camping out, and still this sort of music. You guys will wake up, not because of any sunlight, but more just kind of like your internal bodily clock tells you that it's morning. The mist is still hanging heavy in the forest, and you look around and see your now 3 other companions. What are you guys doing?
Morning.
I feel like Irina and Winchester are awake first, because pretty sure Colin and Toby still have exhaustion, so we're not wanting to get up.
Good morning, Winchester.
Did you sleep as poorly as I did?
Yes.
Well,
I don't know if I will ever really sleep again.
well, we can hope. Seems Colin and Toby have taken to their slumber quite nicely, but they didn't exactly see what we did.
No, but they fought. They must be exhausted. I wish that we could offer them something to help make this better, but
Yes. Well, let me check something real quick. How many days do I have done? 4. Okay. Well, we should let them rest for as long as they need, but when appropriate, do you want to continue to Vallaki, or now that things are different, has the plan changed in your eyes?
the plan is different, but the next steps are the same. We will go to Vallaki. We will make it so my brother does not worry. And then we hunt.
Yes. We hunt. Well, I can make us breakfast. I do need to make a fire for some alchemy that I need to get to. It's been a little too long. Would you like anything specific. I haven't been able to forage much, but I could find something.
I know there's some spots nearby. I found them earlier. I can go see if there's anything left, or perhaps find more if you wouldn't mind watching over them as they wait.
Yes, just
I won't go far, Winchester. I promise.
okay.
So, as just something before we get too into it, I have the Saint card active for basically 4 more days. Can we get a reminder of what I need to keep track of?
Yes, let's see. Saint.
Both for me and
You
Jack.
can, yeah. So you can choose to negate damage and take it negate damage initially, but you got to keep track of it, and you have to do it if your ally would drop to 0 HP. Essentially.
All right.
Good?
Yep.
Okay. Are the rest of you waking up?
Not unless someone shakes me awake.
The smell of bacon will eventually permeate throughout the room as Winchester takes out some cured meats that he's been keeping in his pouch, but seasons it in a way that it's a little more appetizing than just cured meats. So bacon smell, but not necessarily bacon. And Winchester will also take out a mortar and pestle and grind together the rowan berry, sour grass, and the hag finger that he found in the basement of the death house. It's going to grind all of that together and then not do anything with it just yet, but just keep it in as components.
Okay. Toby, what are you doing?
Well, apparently someone had Toby snacks and he didn't share beforehand. Probably would eventually smell it, and that would wake him up. Yes. And kind of like look around, not see Irina or Alex, and see Winchester. And where is everyone?
Well, Colin is snoring in the other room, but it's a light snore. It's actually quite amusing. Irina is foraging, and we are about to have breakfast, my friend.
Where's Alex?
Right. You were not awake last night, were you? Alex is gone. Not in a manner of death, but in a manner of betrayal.
What? What do you mean?
Alex has been our enemy this entire time, Toby. He was the lord of this land in a mask.
Oh. Toby just like look really disheartened.
Yeah. But we all should not dwell on that for too long. We do have more things to do. We have to get Irina to safety. Well, at least get her to Vallaki. I doubt she'll stay there. And, well, now we know our enemy.
Colin, are you still sleeping?
At some point the light snoring stops, and if you pay attention, Colin is stirring a little bit, but just laying on his back and just staring up in the sky, not quite getting up yet.
Irina probably would come back around this point with collecting some food. And as she kind of walks by Colin, I think she would notice that he was awake. She'd just lean down and put a hand on his shoulder, kind of like that pat, this tug and blows kind of way, and continue on. Ah, Toby, you're awake.
Hi.
How did you sleep, my friend?
Better, I think.
Please, you know, Toby, I'm almost afraid to ask, but do you still dream of pies?
Hey, Luca, do I still dream pies?
Last night, your dreams were still bright, but now tinged with more screaming and memories of the taste of blood and flames. You do not feel the severe hangover this morning, however. More just like an overall kind of heaviness on your heart, and just kind of a sluggishness.
Okay.
As
No,
if the serotonin's been depleted from you.
No, I need my serotonin. I need the good chemical. No, I'm just having weird dreams, but I'm not all gross feeling.
That is something, I suppose. And your wounds, have they healed? Do you feel better?
He'll look, checking his arm where he got bit and see it's not marked in it. Well, thanks to you and Winchester, I think I'm all good. Thanks for that. I didn't thank you before I fell asleep.
It is all right. This has been a difficult journey, to say the least.
It was Colin that saved you, Toby. You should thank him.
I didn't do anything. That's an exaggeration.
Well, you were gonna put yourself in front of them, those wolves, but they got me before I could go.
Yeah, they're a bunch of assholes.
Well, Irina, did you find anything that we could make a breakfast out of?
Yes, here. And she will pull out like a various like root type plant, from places. She didn't climb no trees because she didn't feel like it. But she's got a couple of things.
Well, I will fry this up, or I don't know, do something. I don't know. I'll just cook it. Winchester cooks us all breakfast. Everybody is filled a hearty meal of dried, cured meats and roots.
Extra earthy meat. I love it.
The roots, actually, he does fry, but he is going to use druidcraft and shape plants to make them a little bigger, and also to kind of thin them out into layers of sheets that he will break up into chips that he will fry. So it's like we're eating root chips and bacon for breakfast. Well, everybody, I hope you have gotten enough sleep and have eaten enough. I don't think it's smart that we stay here for much longer, so.
Feel like I could sleep a whole nother day. And honestly, I feel like we should train and practice and like get to a point where we can level up or something, because we have a lot ahead of us.
Do you want me to carry you, Colin?
No. I'll be okay. I just haven't felt like this since staying too late at the pub back in town years and years ago. Just no yelling, please.
Well, we can certainly take it slow, but we should get a move on. Strahd, I'm sure, is keeping an eye on us. So.
At that mention, Irina looks up and around. Are there any ravens?
There's a few just flitting around. Nothing like, they're not centered on you, but there is bird and creature life. There's sounds in the forest. It's no longer that oppressive stillness.
Yep. She just looks and keeps it to herself.
Do you think I would notice you looking around for ravens?
What's your passive? Uh-oh, he froze. No, Colin, no. There he is.
20.
Oh, yeah.
Am I still here?
Yes.
You're still here.
Okay, cool. Zoom just said your internet connection is unstable. If he watches you looking at ravens, he just kind of looks, and he looks at a raven, and whether it's true or not, I'm just thinking in my head that you think all the ravens are sent by Strahd, so he just looks at a raven and points at it. Fuck you.
Yep.
I think the ravens are probably friendly. Colin, speaking of, when Irina and I talked to the ravens at the shrine, to the huntress, seeker. One of those words is correct.
It was the huntress, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh no, pardon, the seeker, lady of the forest.
Yes, see, it was confusing to myself as well. The Raven said that there were potential allies in Vallaki, larger ravens, perhaps in some sort of communal building, I think they said, or building walls, I don't know. But they said there might be allies.
Oh, so the ravens are the opposite of an enemy. If the ravens are near, then we're
I don't know.
safe, or if they're not near, we're not safe.
Well, in the wild, when the apex predator is around, everything tends to hide or run
Oh.
away.
If you're not controlled by Strahd Raven, I apologize. But if you are, fuck you again.
Toby will be like digging in his bag for something like, how big do ravens get?
I mean, there are ravens. There are dire ravens. GM, would I know of any sort of like larger form of raven than ravens and dire ravens, which are just basically monstrosities?
Roll a history check.
Are you serious? Dire ravens?
I mean,
There's dire everything.
Yeah, there's dire beasts of every kind. That is a 4, so probably not.
No, can't say that you do.
I do not, unfortunately.
Well, if we have places to be, we can probably talk raven semantics on the road, yes?
Yes, we
Yes.
should move this place. I don't wish to be here any longer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really want to be anywhere around here any longer, but what choice do we have?
You're not wrong.
Okay. So, you are heading out on the road?
Yes.
Yes, we are going to the lake for a beach day and not going to the town. And whoever's in the town,
Okay,
see you
fuck
never.
right off.
Oh, I understand now.
Each episode.
I gotcha.
But we're going to where we're supposed to go.
To Vallaki, Vallaki, Vallaki.
Okay.
Turk, don't you be laughing on Zoom with laugh reacts on Zoom.
Very good.
But
It's very good. It's very good. I'm just 10 out of 10. Very good.
How dare he? Oh, look at this road. Oh my god.
I feel like we've seen this one before.
Yes, this is the Sphalic Woods. You have seen this before.
Do these
This-
woods look kind of like phallic things to you?
No.
Oh, for some reason I just thought they were phallic woods.
This road seems to be the main road throughout the land of Barovia. It's the main one you've been traveling this whole time, up into the highlands and now down into the valley.
Listen, Toby, sometimes a sense of humor will save your life.
Following the leader, God damn it, it's stuck in my head now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Irina would be very cautiously watching the edges of the road, understanding that, like, anyone could pop out at any moment, any wolves could pop out at any moment. Like, she before was, like, cautious, but in that kind of way of, like, yeah, there might be, like, something. And now she's like, there is something kind of a way, you know?
Irina, do you know your way? Have you been to Vallaki?
I think we established
You
this
have
before.
not been to
I've
Vallaki.
not been to Vallaki, and but she's heard like stories about it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
And
like
it's just-
people coming into town talking about Vallaki.
And it's kind of like a follow the yellow brick road scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GM, when she would have seen a map, right?
Yeah. Ismark gave her a map, like a player safe map, right? However, I do not have that handout ready.
Totally fine.
But
totally fine.
it's like a little hand-drawn map by Ismark where every location is kind of a guesstimate, or I heard of a location here once. This is the general direction you're going.
Mm-hmm. So she would be utilizing that kind of a deal as we move onward.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I am... Give me just a second. Located, as you guys are kind of traveling through this valley, you will break out of the trees and onto the road. And located close to the shores of Lake Zarovich, the town of Vallaki seems like a safe haven against the evils of the Svalek woods, if not Strahd himself. The town lies beyond the site of Castle Ravenloft and doesn't at first blush seem as depressed as the village of Barovia further east. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates, and there's something planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates. They seem to be large poles or pikes or something embedded in the ground. However, you will notice, oh, and let me show you. You are going to notice a dark rider on the road. He appears to be stopped, staring at this little offshoot of road that leads to the city gates. And he is clutching a piece of paper in his hand.
How far away is he? Are they?
Getting pretty close. Right now he's about 60 feet off ahead of you on the road.
What does he smell like?
He smells like road travel. A few spices. Honestly, he will give you like kind of a similar scent of the Vistani peoples.
Oh. Toby?
Hmm?
Do you
Yeah.
smell something?
It smells like those camping people we met.
The Vistani. Well, they were kind to us. This might be an ally. Would someone care to... No, we should... If we approach, we should all go together. I don't like the thought of splitting up the party again.
Why are we approaching random people in the middle of the woods?
Oh, he's walking. Or
so
riding.
Are we?
Well, we're heading in the same direction.
Yeah, you are walking on the road. He is standing, like sitting still on his horse, looking at this city. Like looking at the road that branches off from the main road that leads down to the gates.
Can I see from where we are what kind of weapons this person is carrying that are visible?
Yes. Well, roll a perception. How good is your eyesight?
Very good. Some might say it's the best. Still only rolled a 15 though.
Yeah, you can see. He appears to have a sword strapped to his waist.
He is armed, Winchester.
So are we, friend.
I mean, true, I do have a sword. I bet mine's better than his.
It's possible. Would you want Toby and I to approach and see what he is all about? Or do you want us all to
Let
make our
us
way
just
forward?
continue by.
Yeah, let's just walk.
She'll look purposely at Winchester. I refuse to live in fear. If he is who he might be, there is nothing that we can do about that now.
Right.
Irina will continue to press forward, like moving by. And as she passes by, good morning, traveler.
He will turn as if snapped out of some deep thought and look at you and nod. Good morning. Travelers. So rare this far west.
I'd say the same to you.
My people travel all over these lands. I am sure. Have you not met the Vistani before?
We
Yeah.
have.
Are you traveling to the city then?
Yes, we are. We had the fortune of staying with some Vistani not too long ago.
Over by Sisir Pool.
Yes, that's correct. I'm sorry. Hello, my name is Irina. Might I have your name?
Erigel.
It is a pleasure to meet you, sir. I could not help but notice you seem to have some hesitancy at which path you are going. Is there danger ahead?
And he will grip a little tighter a colorful piece of paper in his hand and kind of glance at the city. He's like, yes, I know which way I am headed. Vistani are not allowed within the walls of that city. However, will you be traveling far? Are you intending to stay in the city?
For now, yes. Is
Uh,
there something that you needed?
Well, I might ask a favor of you if you were willing.
I would like to hear the conditions first.
Of course, I'm so sorry. And he will hand to you the paper. And it seems to be a crumpled, faded advertisement for like a toy shop. He will say, you see, it's my niece's birthday, Arabelle. She's turning 12 in just a day, and I know there's a doll that she wants. Blinsky is supposedly the best toy maker in these lands. I thought that I might get her something. Unfortunately, I just do not know that I could make it there to the shop. I know
This
they will not let
person-
me in.
Yeah, why would you want a toy from someone who lives in a racist city?
Do you see any other toy makers around here?
I mean, I could maybe make something for you instead.
You can make toys like Blinsky.
Maybe not like, but I mean, I have these, and he'll pull out the teeth.
Those are clever. Do they chatter?
Of course.
Oh, see, I, as a boy, would have loved those. But, I don't know. I know she is just my niece, but if you've ever had children close to you, they get these things stuck in their mind, of what they want, and there is no... If they want a blue ball for their birthday and you get them a red one, it is all over.
Yeah, I never had the chance. Who would stop you from going in the city?
The guards.
There are guards here.
Guards at the city?
Yes.
Well, of course.
We haven't encountered much in the line of organized guard yet.
Yes, well, Vallaki is a different city than, I'm sure, Barovia is the village you were in last?
Yes.
Yes.
Winchester will kind of nudge Toby and kind of give him a look. Guards might be a problem.
Well, don't you have those papers from Irina's brother?
We'll talk, Toby, but papers. I'm sure if this man here had the same papers, they would not let him in the city either.
And Toby will probably end up seeing the advertisement and be like, oh, he'll slap his backpack down and dig through it and pull out the tiny wooden doll he got like first episode. Is it like this? And just kind of show it.
You have a Blinsky as well.
Oh.
Yes, this one, and like its clothes are tattered. There's like gnaw marks in the wood. This one seems to have seen hard times, though, I am sure.
Anyone in the party have mending? Listen, I know almost nothing about Strahd, but unfortunately, I know a tiny bit about this, which makes this really hard.
He will notice the party's like hesitation, and I would of course be willing to reimburse you, but if it is too much, I will continue onwards.
Hold on, friend. We are uncertain of our road past here. When is your niece's? By when do you need this?
Tomorrow, hopefully, afternoon is her birthday. We are camped. We have a camp just to the southwest of here.
And is it possible when we visited your fellow compatriots, there was one among them, a Madam Eva. Does she travel across camps, or is she?
She has been known to travel before, though most the time these days she usually stays there with them at that camp. She does not travel as much as she did in her younger years, I hear.
I understand.
But
listen,
are
might I have just? I'm so sorry, but might I just have a brief moment with my friends here? I would very much like to help you. I know it is to be a young girl with, a desire for nice things. But let me discuss and determine what our next steps are, and perhaps this is something we can help you with.
Of course, of course.
And Irina will kind of motion away once everybody's kind of gathered around. The Vistani have helped us before. And if we can go there after securing stay in Vallaki, I have no reason to linger in this place. Once we have let people know that I am safe, well, that I have reached a destination, then perhaps this is something that we could do. The Vistani might have more answers as to where to go next. And
Yes.
this is a good way of offering to them.
Yeah,
I
we
agree.
should ask for something other than money, unless you have a need for more money.
Information. I mean, payment is always helpful, but
I would say even just friendship at this point. We have no allies except for your brother, but he is halfway
he is little
across the
used to
valley.
us here.
Yes.
Do we feel the need to contact those outside of our means to see how they feel about this person, or are we just on our way?
Actually, I'm glad you mentioned something, Colin. Irina's gonna reach in her pack and retrieve the telescope that she has packing around, and she'll look at Aragal and say, I am sorry, this might seem rude, but might I look at you through these?
Of course. You know that's usually for seeing things far away, though.
Yes. These seems different somehow. And she will hold it up and look at Aragal through the telescope.
He appears misty, as if he does not seem solidly anchored to this land.
She will kind of lower it and furrow her brow a bit. Shrug and tuck it in her bag. She doesn't really know what it means yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, out of in character talk, if you want augury, I can give it to you. Anyone, if you want to ask a question.
I think at this point we're like, as far as the telescope is concerned, I feel like that's going to be a trial and error kind of a deal. Just like using it as we go to determine something patterns. So I'm not particularly concerned about that now. And again, like a little bit, hello, welcome to Barovia. Everyone is sus as fuck. So it's just like, I think Sarah the player, feel good about telling this guy we'll get a doll. If we are unable to get it and he ends up being like our downfall, so be it. But best of intentions.
I, the player, don't feel good, but in character, we've done as much as we can, so I'll continue.
I feel like where is it? Like Irina's just a massive bleeding heart. So this is 100% up her alley. And a little bit like she would be clinging to this as some sense of like, while it doesn't matter, it's all she can do. So she would turn to him. We will help. Is there a particular doll that she wanted, you said?
Apparently, she has gotten word of some doll that is all the rage. Blinsky is known to have made a whole line of them lately. It's beautiful with kind of darker hair, and apparently wears a very beautiful dress. I do not know much more than that, other than it is the new toy.
Understood. We should be able to determine that once we are in the shop.
Of course, and of course, if you come to the camp tomorrow, like, you are welcome to join in the festivities of the party. We do throw quite the celebration.
Friend, apologies. My name is Winchester. It is
A
nice
pleasure
to meet you. Is there anyone we should be wary of within the town?
That is a loaded question, my friend.
Let me reverse it.
How long have you been in these lands?
Not long.
I would say tread carefully with everyone you meet. There is a tavern of people who are friendly. We trade with them every so often. It is the Blue Water Inn, run by the Martikovs.
Okay.
They're of the same family that owns that winery to the west.
A winery?
Yes.
It's out of place. Well, thank you. We will find your toy maker and hopefully see you tomorrow.
I thank you. Thank you.
GM, can I get that family name again really quick?
Martikov, Martikov.
KOV.
Thank you.
Well.
Until then, it was wonderful to meet you, Aragal.
Of course, I appreciate the help, and if you do not get a chance, I will not hold it against you. I will figure out a plan B.
Oh, well, here, and Toby will, give him the doll that he found.
Maybe, yes. Thank you, friend. I will try to fix this up just in case. It's got the
Well-
brand name. Maybe, it'll be enough.
It's better for you and her. I'd maybe bring her some joy if we can't find a toy for her.
I appreciate that, friend. Thank you. I will hopefully see you in the day. And he will pull the reins of his horse and continue trotting west on this road for a little bit.
I feel like this conversation needs to be had before we enter the town. Toby and Irina, it seems to me that moving forward, the two of you are going to draw the most attention out of our party. Irina, for some reason, the people of this land have some sort of proclivity to notice and covet you. I know not why.
It's the
But-
hair.
Well,
It's always been the hair.
Toby, you know what I'm going to say. People are unkind and do not understand that a person can come in any shape and size. I fear that we will draw aggression, that we will draw unwanted attention if something is not obscured. Irina, I know that you don't want to hide, but sometimes it is necessary. Not hiding outright, but masking yourself. I hate using that term, but
I understand your concern, Winchester. However, excuse me for being pessimistic, but I don't know if hiding is an option for us against him.
against
He knew where
him,
we were.
him likely not, but the hags were drawn to your hair color.
Eggs.
All of the yes, Toby, the three women that we met at the windmill, I believe them to be hags. Of course, I have no proof, but folklore and whatnot.
There's quite an easy solution to this.
Well, what's that?
We just dye her hair.
Well, that is not something that I'm going to choose for Irina, but that is what I had in mind.
I often... Would my life be easier if this was not my fate? Yes. And while those might notice this, some good comes of it as well. Understanding it is a good indicator, if you will, right? If someone is interested in buying my hair or drawn to it, it's almost a weeding out process. Casual curiosity versus obsession.
Well, I do appreciate the different viewpoint, and I do hope that it does not get us in trouble. But I do I respect your decision.
I understand, Winchester. I hear what you're saying. I will attempt to hide. I will attempt to be discreet about my appearance as we travel through the city. I think you have a valid a valid point. As for Toby, and she just half smiles up at the hulking creature that is Toby. As we mentioned earlier, I have papers from my brother to enter the city. I think that I can be persuasive in that Toby is my bodyguard, created for a purpose.
And if that doesn't persuade them, they'll have to talk to me.
I mean, I could just sit outside and wait for you.
No. No one should be left outside just because of what they look like. It's what's inside that matters.
We will not be going anywhere without you, Toby. It is too dangerous. No, honestly, Toby, for us, we need you. And so we will make do. There's no point in trying to solve all the what ifs here and now, because we simply do not know. So we will do our best, right? She'll put a hand on Winchester's shoulder. Thank you for trying to keep us safe.
Well,
I know that it brings little comfort.
hopefully, the experiences that Toby and I have had in the past are not what we will find moving forward.
Well, I'm sure with the amount of time that we've sat outside the city, someone already knows we're here, so...
Are you approaching the gates?
Yep.
Okay. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are a half-dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them. A 15-foot-high wall encloses the town, its vertical logs held together with thick ropes and mortar. The top of each log has been sharpened to a point. Wooden scaffolding hugs the inside of the palisade 12 feet off the ground, enabling guards to peer over the wall there. And huge segments of the walls are built of stone and brick, as if to keep out the devil himself.
Colin, realizing that he's the most normal looking of the party now, will kind of like stand in front of everyone. I guess I have to do the talking until we get inside. And I'll lead the way.
Okay. You guys can move your tokens forward if you would like.
Oh, okay. I, for some reason, misjudged this map backwards. Just as you do.
Irina would be trying to stay close to Colin, knowing that like at some point the guards are going to ask identity. Like, this is why we're here. She's why they're there. So she would stay close.
Yes. The guards will put out a hand. Excuse me. Are you seeking entry into the
Hello.
town?
Yes, we're actually here on official business, and Colin will just reach his hand backwards to like motion his hand for the papers from Irina.
They'll hand them over.
He'll put them out and hold them up and just point at them.
One of them's gonna like kind of peer over at Toby, and his eyes are gonna go wide.
It'll be a
And
wave.
And
Yeah,
he
I-
is actually gonna run back behind the gates and appear to be speaking to someone back there, and there's like a exchange of gruff voices, and a more decorated guard will appear
Hello.
What? You guys are wanting entry to the city? What
Yes,
is-
correct.
And he's gonna point at Winchester. What is wrong with your friend's eyes?
Nothing.
He is blind.
And his nose is going to wrinkle as if it like some smell. He is fine. He appears touched. Have you had dealings with the devil? Are you impure?
I'm fairly certain all of us are pure here. We have papers here, official. We are all guards related to this paperwork here, as you can see.
What
You
is
can
this
look at it.
beast behind you?
I don't
Opie will wave again.
I don't see any beast. I only see humanoids in a party here together.
He's gonna bark back a command at the soldier that had run off, and he's gonna take off running. We will have to consult with the captain for this.
And if you're not the captain, who are you by chance? My name's Colin.
Sergeant Marcel Cusa.
Oh, Sergeant. Okay, great.
I am not so sure about this. I do not know that he will be allowed in. We will consult. You and you, miss. You may gain entry if you would like. I can go over the laws with you.
I am
You-
sorry, but I cannot enter without my bodyguard.
Which one is your bodyguard?
She'll gesture back to Toby, and she'll also kind of gesture at Winchester. And this man, you see, he is my, for lack of a better word, my assistant for travel. You see, I am from Barovia. I'm here, sent by my brother, as you can see from the paperwork. GM, remind me, it's the church. What's the church called?
St. Andrew's, Church of St.
Yes.
Andrew.
I am here to seek refuge in St. Andrews, but these individuals, they have been sent to keep me safe, and I cannot continue on without them.
I do not think the Baron would like such creatures inside our walls.
Creatures.
Servant or no. And all of you will notice that the guards standing up on the towers with crossbows seem a little twitchy, having seen Toby.
Yep, Irina is kind of clocking that and clocking this person. I understand that there might be some concern. However, I must reassure you that he is purely for my protection. We have traveled very far, and I hope that you understand with the creatures that lurk. It is comforting to have someone of this level to protect you, you know?
Right. Get something that can defeat the beast. Listen, I will be honest with you, miss. This is a little above my pay grade. I will not make this decision. We will wait here for Captain Strahd to make the decision.
I completely understand, and I
if-
appreciate your assistance.
If you would like, I will go over the laws with you.
Yes, out of character gang. I know this super sucks, but we are not causing a scene here, in my opinion. Like, we just gotta get through it.
No,
This place sucks already.
We're all on the same page.
Yep.
He is going to gesture sharply to a long piece of paper on the walls of this palisade, this barricade here. And he will... All right, and he almost kind of launches into a kind of spiel, and almost as if he has it memorized. He's like, by order of His Eminence Baron Vargas Valakovich, Burgomaster of Vallaki, in order to ensure continued peace and prosperity of great joyous town of Vallaki and security of its fine citizens, all visitors and residents shall comply with these laws in addition to those observed by common custom within the Valley of Barovia. For punishments bearing a variable sentence, the severity of punishment shall vary depending on severity of the crime. And he's just gonna go on, like, referring to a certain tyrannical individual who lairs within Castleloft. By his given name is forbidden within Vallaki walls. None shall speak the name aloud. Festivals held each week in the town square to celebrate the continued prosperity and security of our great and joyous town. And he will do like a very fixed smile when it says that. And to show our continued support and appreciation for His Eminence Baron Vargas Vlakovich, whose wise decrees have kept the devil at bay. None may speak ill of any festivals held, all residents, and he's just going to continue going on, and you guys can click on the text and see all of these rules if you need. And then when he finally gets to the end, he'll say, by the grace and morning law and wisdom of His Eminence and Baron Vargas Vlakovich, all will be well. Now, if you could, I will need you to sign over what weapons you have, your name, your place of origination, so that we may have record of your time while in these walls, as well as declaring your stated destination, wherever you may be intending to go while staying here in our fair city, as well as an agreement here. And he's going to start unrolling more documents that you will be attending the festivals, and while you are not as visitors responsible for cleanup or setup, you will have to attend and also abide by all of these rules. Are there any questions?
Obi will raise a hand because his eyes light up at the word festival. Will there be festival food?
Yes. And he seems kind of uncomfortable speaking with you, as if until this moment he wasn't quite sure that you could talk.
Sergeant, I appreciate. Thank you for speaking through these rules. There are a few that I must ask. Would it be at all possible? As I've indicated, my safety is at risk. My brother Ismark has sent me from the village of Barovia. He is the burgomaster there. And while I do not doubt that your wonderful city and your wonderful guards might keep things at bay, my concern is that I'm so close to my destination, I would hate to befall any trouble between here and where I need to go. Would it be at all possible to make an exception for my safety?
I have no desire to end up in the stockades, young miss. No thank you. I do not need a wolf's head. I would appreciate it if you guys would all just sign the forms, and then if this one is granted entry by the captain, of course. But if not, you may have to make a decision here.
Can I insight check him to try and determine, like, she's trying to figure out a way to be more persuasive to this human person. Like,
go ahead and insight. See if you can figure out what his angle would be.
Yeah, like she understands, like, she doesn't want to push it, so she needs to be careful with what she says. Let's see. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. It teetered on the 19, and I was so happy.
At this point, there is a large figure that is going to come stalking up in the distance. And you will see him and he is probably 7 feet tall, just built. However, he appears to have some sort of leather device covering his mouth, and his arm appears charred with almost a volcanic black ash, and it glows faintly at the fingertips. And he holds a long red sword. And he will stalk up with just an angry look on his face. And the sergeant will turn, the captain now. I am, and he will give you a look. I am sorry. And the captain will walk up and look at you, Arena, and look at the beast, and put his hand in his sword, and then he is going to look at you, Colin, and his eyes are going to widen, and his entire body will stiffen. And he will put a hand on the sergeant's shoulder and make a few motions with his hands, and the captain will look surprised, but oh, of course, you are welcome. The captain will escort you where you need to go. Please, follow Captain Strahd.
Thank you. Also,
And
quick
he's just
question.
kind of looking between the captain and you guys, like, very confused.
There's a lot of rules. Do you happen to have a to-go copy?
I'm making it right now.
I can copy the text for you if you would like.
I'm
We
making
have the
a
handout,
don't do
right?
these things.
Yeah, you have the handout.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to ask the sergeant in-game for a to-go copy.
Oh, you need a
Yes,
Yes.
I would love to follow the rules of your city. If you have one, I can keep in my pocket.
Of course. And he's gonna wander around to where another set is plastered up on the wall, and he's just kind of start to gently tear it down from the, it's kind of faded and hanging off the wall anyways, and he'll roll that up and hand it to you.
Thank you very
There,
much.
it's all over the city if you happen to forget, but there you go.
Yep, never want to forget. All right, we'll be on our way. Toby, Winchester.
Are we good to go?
Yep. we're good.
Just stay with the captain and there'll be no problem. He will escort you. Captain, I believe they wanted to... are you staying at an inn somewhere, or are you going straight to the church?
We wish to confirm at the church, and then we have heard of the Blue Water Inn.
Okay, perhaps you would like to set your stuff down first before going to the church?
Could you direct us? I mean, the captain will escort us, but...
Yeah, the captain, or the sergeant will make some hand signals back to the captain, and be like, yes, it's just off the main town square, but he will escort you. And Isaac will look at you and just kind of nod, almost like a heavy grunt, but it's soft behind all the leather, and then kind of nod his head as if waiting for you to go. And his eyes are just kind of never leaving Colin.
Irina will be very gracious to the other guards that we encountered. Thank you, Sergeant. I appreciate your assistance. And
All is well.
yes, all is well.
You guys are welcome to enter the city. Let's see here. Inside the gates, you have made it past the tall gates to what seems like a bustling sanctuary. You see remnants of festivals, previous festivals line the streets, along with discarded wooden stakes and pendant flags that now add to the growing amount of trash littering the city. Above all else are posters, plastered all over the walls, and posts advertising the next festival, to which no one seems excited about. You see a morbid carousel and familiar slogan of toys you have found scattered throughout the land and in that advertisement. While heading through the streets, you see a mix of wealthy and poor amongst the most populated homes. Vendors sell their wares, while Vallakians appear to just be trying to live their lives. But there is a sense of restlessness, of quiet tension in the air. And And now is the time for the really fun part, where we get to see all of the proclamations that you are seeing on the walls. If they will load.
Irina notices a scroungy little alley cat, and she'll sit down and pet it for a while. Just in
Yeah.
passing.
Toby's just awestruck, like, the place is really nice, and seeing all like the little flags and stuff everywhere.
Yeah, as you kind of wander throughout, you're going to see a myriad of different festival posters, both from past and appearing to advertise from the future, for the future festival. There appears to be one in 3 days, called the Festival of the Blazing Sun. It looks like they just barely got done with the Wolf's Head Jamboree. And there are also propaganda posters all throughout that seem to reference a lot of the laws that you are now familiar with.
I'm only concerned that says attendance and children required.
Right. Is there any way I think I can whisper to Irina without this guy in front of us hearing?
You don't know how good his hearing is, but you are welcome.
Yeah, I'll just turn back. Irina, who is the Baron here?
Would I know? I feel like that's something
He said it said in the rules, Baron
Yeah.
Vargas Vallaki.
But who is he?
I'm afraid I do not know. You see, I was kept away from these kind of business from my father, and my brother would be inheriting the responsibilities, so he was trained. I know the name, but I don't know anything about these men.
Well, it seems like they're just doing their best to stay safe, but interesting.
Colin?
Yeah.
I can't read. Can you tell me the rules, please?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Basically, just be on your best behavior and don't mention a certain name that we don't want to say anyways, and we'll talk about the others later.
Okay.
And smile a lot or something.
Irina actually would drift back too, like recognizing that Winchester had gotten some weird looks. She would drift back and kind of hold him by the arm as if escorting him, kind of a deal. Like they had made it like he's blind, he can't see. So she would be not super playing into it, but trying to like give an appearance of like she is assisting him through these city streets.
Right. Okay. Ezek, always kind of aware of your presence, stalks through the streets, and people tend to kind of shy away or look very busy and cheerful as he walks by with you. And as after he passes, they will continue to like stare as if wondering who you could be that he is escorting you.
I would also like to know who the heck I am, because I'm a nobody.
Let's see here. Okay. So, eventually you will kind of come to the town square, where the shops and homes that enclose the square are decorated with limp, tattered garlands, painted wooden boxes filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked in which are several men, women, and children wearing crude plaster donkey heads and wolf heads. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes eye you suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain. And standing tall at the center of the fountain is a gray statue of an impressive man facing west. All around the square are the posted proclamations. Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year. Attendance and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well. The Baron. Rain or shine. The greatest celebration of the year. 3 days. Festival of the blazing sun. All will be well. The Baron. And there appears to be a hanging going on as well. And from what you can tell from the town crier calling out, he appears to have arrested for traitorous actions against the safety of the town.
Irina would be keeping her head low through this, trying to observe the general demeanor of the folks here, but not wanting to come into another man's house and tell him how to run his business, kind of a deal, but also trying to determine, are people happy here? Is this, you know what I mean? Is this like home?
As you look around, you will notice that the men, women, and children in the stocks, it appears there is a sort of sign that says they were arrested for malicious unhappiness. And you will notice that everyone in this square appears to look cheerful, though the smiles do not reach their eyes.
Okay.
Well, I'll be trying as hard as I can to not say anything and keep the best look on my face I can as we just try to get through this.
Mm-hmm.
What does it smell like in here, or out here, around here?
There's a light drizzle of rain, so it smells like rain. It smells like wet, rotting paper in a few places from just the proclamations everywhere. There is like a sort of strange scent in the air that's just kind of almost smells like sadness. To put it to the best, there's something in the air that's just it gets into your bones and stays there. There's also possibly the smell of urine from one of the children in the stocks, who appears a little tired, wet, famished, and they maybe wet themselves.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. What are these people doing in the stocks? Are they?
They broke the rules, Winchester.
Have they murdered someone?
Irina will kind of lean over into his ear and speak very quietly. The laws here are very strict, and they are applied with little to no discretion. Well, this is different from what we are used to, and she's very carefully wording it to because that captain's there. Just this is different than what we are accustomed to. We cannot intervene in this town's justice.
We have to blend with the culture. I understand.
Yes, I promise we will explain more soon, my friend.
Ezek will continue to lead you out of this square, down a short street, and to another, it's almost like an intersection, a smaller square, clearly not the main city square, where there is a colorful man putting on a puppet show. for some children who are currently chanting a rhyme. And you guys can hear them as they... Oh, are you here? Let me pull you over. Do. Okay. A colorful man is putting on a show for some children in this little square. He has on quite a large floppy hat. And meanwhile, some of the children are holding hands and singing in a circle while the other children stare fascinated by the puppets. And I'm going to read to you the rhyme in which the children are singing. Red-haired Anna sitting on a stair, braiding wedding flowers in your hair. Red-haired Anna standing at the door, give a big kiss to the man you adore. Red-haired Anna waiting on the wall, run to the edge and take a great fall. Red-haired Anna stole away the sun. You won't live to be 21. And at the end of the rhyme, the children all stop dancing and chase after a single child in what seems to be a very one-sided game of tag. One of the pursuers shrieks, "Don't let the devil get you!" as the rest of the children scream and laugh, and they run off, and the rest of the children are left there watching this puppet show. Rictavio, what does your puppet show look like?
Well, it's very colorful. To say nothing of the socks that I had to improvise here. I was limited by the feet I was given. But it's describing a peasant speaking to a priest about his wife passing away. And how, it's very unfortunate, and then he's very sad for a few days. But then he comes back and he's even more demure. And his cow passed. And he's sad for even longer. And just very sad, and everyone is, giving him pats on the back. Oh, it will be okay. But he's sadder about the cow than about his wife. And so the priest says, shame on you, shame on you. You shouldn't be sad about your wife. Your wife died, you're still mourning the cow. And then the man looks at him and says, of course I'm complaining, father. Ever since my wife died, more than 7 people have come to my house with their daughters proposing that I marry one of them. But who do you think would give me a cow? That's the story.
I'm sorry, is this supposed to be comedy that we are watching right now?
I mean, Toby will clap.
You caught most of this just as you were walking through the square, but Ezek does not appear to be stopping. However, Rictavio, you will notice this group being led by Captain Ezek Strahd.
It's super great. Remember, everything is great.
Ah, those new faces we see. So fascinating, yes. Perfect for the circus. No, we couldn't recruit them. They are far too strange. No one would believe they existed.
I'm ignoring him and just keeping walking.
Irina is absolutely clocking that he's talking about them.
Mhm.
Like, she's quite and I think she'll kind of, given the kids' rhyme and this guy being like, oh, new faces, she would kind of pull her cloak around her a bit tighter. And smile at the kids as they play. That kind of I'm uncomfortable, but look at these children being legitimately happy. That's pretty nice. But also with Fred.
Colder in here. I did not, in fact. But for some reason, everyone's bundling up.
Can we only see Rictavio's arms right now? Is he under
you
a
can
table
see
or something?
a bit of the hat and the bright colored feathers sticking up from him.
Winchester will walk over. As they're all passing, Winchester will walk over and just kind of.
Oh no! Someone missed their seeing eye human. Quick, grab him! Grab it!
I'm
Irina
sorry.
will
was running
stay
away.
close.
I'm sorry, friend. You said you had a circus.
I think he's talking to you. Oh, I see. Yes. Hello. Yes. I have. Of course, I have a circus. What
do
kind of
you-
circus manager would I be if I didn't have a circus?
Well, do you typically recruit those who are unlike others?
Well, who would pay for a circus of ordinary things?
Huh. What is your name?
Rictavio, of course. I have sights and sounds to excite the mind and fingers to excite everything else.
Well, that is an odd thing to say to a person you have just met, Octavio.
Winchester.
Well, I'm trying to keep everyone smiling here. Aren't you?
Ezek has stopped and is staring at you, seemingly very upset that you guys have stopped walking.
Apologies, my friend. Octavio, it was nice to meet you. My name is Winchester. I'd like to buy you a drink, if you wouldn't mind.
My goodness, so much formalities. Can I assume there will be conversation as well?
Perhaps. I'd like to hear more of the circus, but later, my
I'd
friend.
like to hear more about what you're willing to buy me, but we'll see.
Rictavia, you can start packing up your puppet show if you're going to follow them, which you were kind of planning on doing anyways before they started talking to you.
Look, we need to go away. All right, yes. Well, show's over, everyone. Apologies.
Toby
And-
kind of lean. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Ezek is going to lead you to the inn, so Toby, go ahead with what you were saying.
Toby will lean over to Irene like, "What's a circus?"
I don't know.
Place that abuses animals. Let's go.
There's no abuse in this circus, demure one. All my creatures wish to be here. Because I'm so a fantastic companion.
I'm just gonna grumble and continue walking faster.
Sorry, I couldn't quite make that out. It sounded like complaining. Or admitting defeat. I am quite the fearsome conversational opponent.
Ezek will lead you to a building. Gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large 2-story wooden building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. And you guys have made it to the Blue Water Inn, and before we continue any further, I'm going to say we take a break. Yes?
Yeehaw.
All right, everyone, take 5. We're back. Ezek will lead you to this building. And stand
For-
at the entrance, gesturing for you to continue inwards, and then he will kind of indicate that he is going to stay here and wait for you to see to your business.
Yeah, as I walk past him, I'm going to perceive him for the first time. So I'm going to kind of look him up and down and just kind of, I mean, firstly, obviously, super interested in what is going on with him, but try not to make it super obvious, but more so just making it seem like I'm looking him in the eyes, but a couple quick up and down glances and a nod as I check him out.
Yeah, so as you're staring at him, he will stare back at you with kind of a very strong intensity. And here, I'll show you.
God, this guy.
His eyes are just going to lock with you. How close are you getting to him?
I'm actually gonna go shake his hand.
He's like sexy.
Hey, Colin, is your sound on?
Yes.
You're listening to sounds within the game?
Yes.
As you take his hand, his eyes will widen, and he is going to take his kind of red and charred hand and place it right here on your forehead, and you're going to hear something in your mind as he stares into you. And then he will let go of your head and back up, just staring at you.
Yep. I have my shades down. I'll just nod and continue and walk in.
Okay. He will watch you walk in and just continue to stand there, his eyes following you.
Yeah, I'll like visible to almost no one, like shiver as I walk through the door, but definitely like being as stone as possible.
Okay.
Irina will politely thank the captain as she moves past. Like, thank you, Captain, as they make their way into the tavern.
Okay.
Toby will pull out his oven mitt and like extend it to shake his hand.
Colin,
Oh,
as you continue to walk in, just a second, Toby.
are you good?
Just again, you will hear that echoing in your mind.
Help, 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 Colin, 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 Colin. Help, 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 Colin, 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 Colin.
However, Toby, you hear nothing when you shake his hand. And he, honestly, his eyes are still just kind of fixed on Colin, and he will spare you a glance and shake your hand, and then watch as you follow Colin inside.
Thanks for bringing us here.
He is not moving. He seems to be set on staying there. As you guys can walk into the tavern, if you would like. The door is open.
Is Virtavio following us?
Of course, I'm following you. Are you kidding me? I do thank our guard captain. Though I will decline to take your hand, I don't want whatever you use to get your hands clean on me. And we'll walk in. You just going in. Oh.
There's a wall stopping us.
Yes, this door it's stuck sometimes.
Can you not walk through?
No, it specifically says there's a wall blocking your movement. Oh, there we go.
Alright.
Oh, well, I'm not walking through here by myself. Not with how I look.
Stay close to
Danica
me,
Patrick.
Toby.
Damp cloaks hang from pegs in the entrance portico. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs, with narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretches along one wall, under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hugs the north wall. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hanging above the bar and resting on the tables bathe the room in dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques. Rictavio, as you enter, Danica Martikov behind the bar will look up you and just kind of give a wave of the hand and then glance very curiously at your companions,
Ah.
but say nothing.
Do not worry, Danica. They are drinking companions here to buy my weight in alcohol and ply my secrets. They are here to hear stories of how I conquered beasts and find lovers all the same. Don't worry, Nikolai, your mother is fine.
Toby's just like smiling, like his mouth is open, just like, this place is great. It's only like the second time I've ever been in one of these places.
Octavia will take a chair, take the stool that on this chair at this larger table. Come, friends. There's much for you to buy me at this place.
I'm getting like Volo vibes from Octavio. It's exactly how Volo acts.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask: have we encountered currency here in Barovia yet?
Yes. The coins have Strahd's face stamped on them.
I see. As
There's one on your landing page, I believe.
Mm-hmm. As Winchester comes and sits down next to Octavio, I only have so much money, but hopefully this will suffice for what we need. And Winchester will take out a non-Barovian gold piece from where he's from, and we'll slide it across the table towards Octavio.
If you're expecting me to pour out this drink, well, I have some unfortunate news. I am gifted in all the ways of the world, but unfortunately my training in pouring of alcoholic beverages was cut short as my master died valiantly protecting me.
Huh. I see.
You have to pay Danica.
Right.
Can I help you? The woman will call out from the bar.
Yes. How much would your standard fare for drinks be?
She will say a price to you that seems fairly reasonable for Vallaki rates.
Like a coffer, 2 coffer, something like that.
Whatever imaginary money you want to use, my friend.
All right. If we're not going to worry about it, then
We haven't
sure.
thus far, so I mean, the only people that have asked me for specific prices was Bildrath, and it was unreasonable. And then the woman that you met that asked for things that were not money as payment.
Well, we were asked for money for pastries.
Yeah,
Right.
like a
It's
gold per.
a reasonable price for food and fare and room. Whatever the common rates are.
I think
Or-
it's usually like 2 copper per mug of
Yeah,
ale, and then
the-
wine's like 5, like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Danica. Just I believe we'll be drink. Colin, Toby, Irina, do any of you want ale as well?
Good.
I'm more hungry than that. I don't think.
Toby, may I ask a question? Are you ever not hungry?
I guess only when I'm sleeping.
No, Winchester. I require no drink. Thank you, though.
Danica,
A young boy will bring over from Danica a tray of drinks and bread with butter and jam for you, since it is still before lunchtime. And you will notice almost a familial resemblance. And I am going to, even though you haven't met them all yet, show you the Martikov family.
very good.
Look of superiority.
Thank you. Would you also ask your Mother if we could have some food, especially my friend over here.
What a fantastic guess.
Question, DM. Would these
Uh-huh.
chairs support my weight?
They are sturdy, yes.
These chairs were made by Ron Swanson of Vallaki himself.
Very talented carpenter. I assume.
Or just like barely
So Carl is
squeezed
certainly
past Octavio.
trying to put him to the test, aren't you? 20 more pounds, I think you break the record.
Toby just kind of like looked down at himself, like the record.
Oh, don't you worry, friends. You are very far off from. I don't know what, but you're far off from it.
Irene is going to come and kind of sit across from Winchester, trusting his judgment. But I would like to insight check this homie in front of me, this Rictavio character.
Cool as shit.
Go ahead.
That's a 16.
Are you contesting?
Do I have to?
Like, go
I'm
ahead.
just trying to get like a understanding and like of his vibe and who he is. Like, he's very talkative. Is that an act, or is he just a talkative person? Does he seem like he wants something from us? Is he eyeing things? You know what I mean? Like when you just meet somebody and you're like, what's your deal? Like that's kind of what she's doing. And by
Right.
kind of, I mean absolutely.
You know what?
Rictavio, would you like to take this?
I will be difficult on purpose.
Oh.
And sure.
Get wrecked, nerd.
I have to have
Damn.
a +2 from chat.
All
somewhere,
right,
don't I?
Rictavio, so what is she able to tell from you? What is your vibe right now?
What is my vibe?
Your honest, like, to God's vibe.
Honest to God's vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
I
yeah, no.
did
She's scoping you out.
I scoped you out, man.
There's very clearly a lot of talk happening, and very much seems like he intends on keeping talking to probably hide something.
What is?
Just a follow-up question.
Mhm.
Is it nervous talking, or is it oh, don't mind what's over here. Just look over. Like, is it
Pay no attention to the man
directional?
behind the curtain.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What does Rictavio smell like?
What does he
Seat.
smell like?
Yeah, I'm like right next to you, and I got that keen smell.
What he smells like? Well, he smells like Vallaki. And gosh, I
So
assume
you smell like
gingerbread
rain and
cookies.
sadness.
I was gonna say piss and sadness.
Oh no, that was just the kid that smelled like pee. I hope. God.
I mean, are you making an attempt to sniff at him?
I mean, Toby doesn't have the boundary. You'll see him like actually smell you.
Ah, interesting. You're just. Is that how you say, oh, yeah, I will smell you too? And I'll just put my face right up in your face.
And Toby just kind of like back up a
What do
little.
you smell like? Am I detecting a lack of social awareness? Yeah, it's coming up. A hunger for food. And my goodness, certainly an interest in puppetry. Have
Well,
you
your
been to
show
my
was
circus
fun.
yet? Yes, good. You've seen one of my first opening acts. At least it was the first time I was Dragon Tales. Clearly too highbrow for the children.
Would you tell us a story, Octavio?
Oh, I could sum one up, certainly, if you wished. I have known many fables and tales.
Turk, there's recent events that just happened that was quite the uproar.
Oh,
And I just sent it to you.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. There's something that happened very recent. It was very interesting. So there's a fisherman, yes, by the name of Pluto. He was wanted by the Baron and his men. And we had the festival, which is wonderful, by the way. Love me a Wolf's Head Jamboree. Ugh, gets better every year. And he got just, what is a good word? Piss drunk. That's a good phrase, at least. I managed to throw two words together, make something very fun and interesting. Got piss drunk on wine and mooned, the burgomaster to see if he was a werewolf. Fair course. But the guards tried to chase him down, but there's something about being wine drunk and escaping the law seem to go hand in hand, like Pluto and whatever alley rat he is currently holding tight to in the hopes that Barrett's men don't find him.
Who is this you said?
Pluto! Oh, you've never met Pluto? He's a fisherman. They throw a line in the water and catch things.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry, you haven't seen him, have you?
Well, no, I don't see much of anything, friend.
See what life has stolen from your eyes? It put it in your brain.
You say Bluto or Paluto? That's out of character. What is the name?
Bluto.
Bluto with
Color.
a B.
Yes, Bluto Kargarov.
So I'm obviously not sitting with them, and most of the time I'm kind of just looking at something in my lap, but Rictavio is really loud and just telling a bunch of shit. So at one moment I'll kind of break away and I'll check him out and just kind of stare deep into the side of him and see what I can tell about him with my expert eyes.
Okay. Do you need to roll anything for that, or?
Yeah, I still have to roll. I just
Okay.
have a better plus than Irina, so I'm gonna see if I can roll well. But I haven't been rolling well, so we'll see. Fuck. Cool. I'm busy.
Irina she's clocking this guy and just sitting there quietly. And she'll look over, noticing Colin's not sitting there, looking over like one of those like across the room things. And she'll see you kind of, I feel like looking at him and furrowing her brow, like, what? And she'll just nod and at you meaningfully and kind of gesture for you to kind of come sit next to her.
Yes, come join us. It's no use being a sad sack over there.
I thought about it for a second, and then as soon as Rictavio talked, just look back down in my lap and remain seated.
Irina will look
interested in his sword.
over at Rictavio. You'll have to excuse our friend. He is not very welcoming to new faces. Pardon.
I imagine he's having a very difficult time being a traveler.
While I'm sitting here, I'm actually going to myself, play my little tune and give myself guidance and also augury. And since my eyes betray me right now, they're a little watery. I'm going to call out and ask what kind of vibe I get from this guy. Can he be trusted to even be around is the best question I can ask. I know that he can't be trusted, but can he be trusted to be around?
It cannot be trusted. There's everything trustworthy about me.
A little too
All right, so you are asking augury this?
yes.
You will get back wheel.
Dope. Cool. That makes me feel a little bit better. Still don't trust him, but I'm not worried he's going to literally kill me.
Irina will move up and pull out the chair and take a seat across from Colin and lean forward. These new faces that we see, they put on quite the show, but they draw attention to it. That's not our old friends' MO.
Yeah, well, it seems, according to something greater than us, we don't have to worry about being stabbed in the back again, at least not to our detriment as much as last time, so I'm a little more at ease, but I feel I won't let anyone get that close to us as a whole, maybe ever again while we're here, so far from home. My home, at least.
I understand, Colin. He does put on quite the show, though.
Yes.
I will give him that.
Yes, he does. I'm sure the clothes he wears are not really who he is.
And no one ever tried to gut her or set her on fire again.
Your thoughts will be broken by loud laughter by a set of a pair of young gentlemen drinking at the bar, kind of making a mess with their food, spilling. They seem very well-to-do from what you've seen of everyone in Vallaki, relatively. And they are very much sitting there drinking and be like, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Oh, dude, did you see the other day when he moved him? I couldn't believe. Just very drunken frat boy, kind of entitled rich kid vibes.
And who are those? Octavio?
Them? Oh, there's a factors. Here's the secret. Don't try and call everyone out for being an asshole.
Well, I wouldn't dream of it.
I would certainly dream of it, but I wouldn't do it in real life if I were you.
As far as I'm concerned, we don't need to be drawing any more attention to ourselves than we already do.
Which is to say a lot of attention.
Yeah. You seemed to pick up on our party pretty quickly.
Well, yes, you are literally walking around with a giant scaled humanoid lizard man.
Yes.
Toby just stops eating he's probably eaten half the bread by now, and this is just slathered with the jam.
Only half?
Toby's
Also-
trying to be nice, but they've only been here for 2 minutes, and he's already eaten half a loaf.
Yes, I've taken a small bit of it just as a refuge for later.
Is
Clearly
there
there's a voracious appetite?
a monkey around anywhere?
No.
Not that you see.
But
Why did you answer, Turk?
Because I would be told if there was a monkey. Because I have very good perception.
Should we have a perception off real quick?
We could certainly try, but at the moment, I'm telling you all how you're very auspicious, or rather very conspicuous, because you have a lizardman, which is a stranger in this land, obviously. You, who walks around blind without guidance, with red-haired Mr. Demure over there, who is clearly not old enough to have that kind of white hair, unless he's coloring it. Is he coloring it? Are they fucking?
Do you say all of this out loud?
Oh yes, entirely too loud.
Oh, fuck. All right. It's been many days. Colin will just what? How about you come talk to me face to face if you want to say things and cast suspicions?
Suspicions I don't cast. I tend to just cast mockery.
Did you just ask me about my hair when you have the same color of hair? How about you take off your mask and show us who you really are?
I don't have a mask, see? magical, isn't it?
Irina,
Yes.
they didn't take my weapons. Kind of hope they did.
Hey, Colin. Patience.
Yes. I'm just
Remember-
making jest. I'm making jest upon you. I apologize. 1,000 pardons. I meant no
Sensing
direct insult.
tension, Danica will come over to your table, Irina and Colin, and be like, will you be needing rooms here or anything else during your stay?
Yes, rooms would be wonderful if that would be arranged.
Excellent, of
There
course.
are 4 of us.
Of course.
Uh.
We have a shared room with 4 beds if you would like, or we have multiple rooms with 2 beds each. There is, of course, a master suite, though it is currently occupied, and she will kind of glance over at Rictavio.
I believe that making arrangements. What do you think, Colin? 2 rooms?
Do you have anywhere where you can punch someone in the face?
Out of joy, it is an old custom of his because we're very happy to be here, and we are enjoying ourselves rather much. And she'll
All is well.
Danica will get a weird look over at her on her face, and she'll just kind of set a hand on your arm and wink at you. All is well. But she clearly is trying to tell you that she does not require the smiles or fake cheer here.
Not
Perfect.
for her.
Irina will breathe a sigh. Could we please make arrangements? The 2 rooms.
Of
2
course.
beds should suit us just fine. Thank you.
They are already readied. So if you would like to go upstairs, Brom,
He's
of
not
course,
included
can
with
show you the
us.
way.
Whoever
Yes.
this man is.
Rictavio, no, he has his own
You
room
don't
here
need to
already.
include me.
We have been enjoying his festivities and colorful nature for a while now. She will say very diplomatically.
You're welcome to
Irina
join
will-
me as a master suite.
turn to Danica and say, thank you for your hospitality. This is a wonderful establishment. We have been on the road for many days, and it is nice to have some small comfort. Well, and this is rather more than small comforts, but I hope you understand.
Of course. Just let me know when you want to go to your rooms, and I can have Brom show you up.
Brilliant. I do have just a few questions.
Of
There are a
course.
few places that we wish to go.
Mhm.
The Temple of St. Andro, as well as Blinsky Toys. We have made arrangements to help someone with a gift, but we are new here. We're not certain. Is there any way that we might... Could you direct us there?
Of course.
Blinsky.
I believe I can,
Right.
and she will pull out some like paper and a little pencil and kind of draw a very rude sketch of the city. And you will be able to see,
This is a crude sketch.
based off of this.
No, it's a rude sketch.
Oh shit, that's right.
It's a nude sketch.
Whoa.
So,
Makes it-
oh.
Rude sketch.
So she'll be like, this is, did you come in the eastern gate?
I believe so.
And
yes,
she'll kind
right?
of mark that on the map. And this is where we are, of course. And Blinsky's is right here. You will see there. It's just down the road. And where else was it you were wanting to go?
The Temple of St. Andro.
Oh, of course, of course. St. Andros, let's see here. It is just down here. And let's see. St. Andros number 1.
St. Andrew's number 1.
You're right here.
Yeah, where is my number 1? Ugh.
It's right on your own camera.
Which one is it? Which one is it?
Because Luke is the
Hmm.
one.
I thought it was up here. Because isn't this the graveyard?
Hmm.
This place has been remodeled since you were last here, Ty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I agree.
Yes, we moved around where everything is just to be difficult.
Just, Tudor style cities typically have a similar layout.
And tutors tend to lay about the same way.
Okay.
I do miss that teacher.
There's a 1. I don't know what happened to my original 1.
All good.
But do I hear you're going to Blinksies? Is that old Carja?
We didn't say anything about that, right?
You just asked where Blinksies is.
She asked Danica to
Okay.
put it
I
on
was
the
too
map, so
busy
that's
being
7.
angry with
Yep,
steam
yep.
coming out of my ears.
Yep. And Irina is clocking that and all kind of trying to manage as she goes. She'll kind of turn over and Winchester, perhaps you could tell Rictavio our intentions. And actually, Miss Danica, we will be taking those rooms now. My companion here and I would like to put our things in order so we might run out on our errands. And she'll turn
course.
back to Winchester and Toby and say, do you have any gear that you would like to leave here? We can manage that for you.
Oh. Do we have to leave our gear? Is that something that was said? Is that part of the
No.
laws that have not been explained to me yet?
No, I think we are fine. I just meant more to ease the
Oh.
burden. We have been traveling with a lot of things.
I travel light anyway. I should be fine. Thank you, though.
Understood. And she'll stand up and motion to Colin to kind of follow to head upstairs with Brom, you said?
Brom, yes. And she will send him along. Let's see here. And I will take you guys up to the 2nd floor, where Brom will lead you up there.
So, Rictavio,
Yes. No, sorry, I was distracted. They were taking care of setting things down. Very
Oh,
rich
yes.
material.
we've had a tenuous, unfortunate time so far here in Barovia.
Tenuous and unfortunate.
Yes. And while I do admire your proclivity for amusement and
Glibs, gaffs, and goofs, yeah.
yes, all of that, I would ask that you do not provoke the ire of some of our party members.
You're asking me to go easy on them.
I'm asking you to at least be kind for now. You see, here's what I see in front of me. Obviously,
Nothing. You see a cloth and covering your eyes because you've not been blind this whole time. I figured it out.
yes. You may do this with me. That is fine. I do not. I have the benefit of other sight. I see an opportunity in front of me. You,
Oh, me.
yes, you have a circus.
This is a fact.
Yes. And my party will likely be traveling about the countryside. And as you can tell, we are easily noticed. For some of us, that can be a very bad thing, as Toby and I, we may be less of what the folk around here would describe as normal.
And
I
the
hate
other two
saying
are
that.
very thin-skinned, which makes it
Yes.
very difficult.
But if we were to be traveling with a circus, I feel that abnormal would become normal.
You're asking me to leave a town that has constant festivities with my circus and take on strangers I have just now recently met. Now, entertaining as you all are and fascinating indeed, why would I do this? I've
I'm
rented
not
a
a-
master's suite.
I am not
Continental
asking you
breakfast.
to do
Not
anything,
asking.
Rictavio. All I'm merely suggesting is there could be an opportunity for a partnership. What those terms would be, we would have to discuss because, as you will find, I feel most of our party is hesitant when it comes to new people and deals.
Well, if you need a guide to Blinksies, I need to discuss some repairs on one of my puppets he gave me anyway. So I'd be happy to escort you all, even if that demure fellow does not fully trust me, or like me, or enjoy my company.
Well, we would, like I said, we've had a hard time so far, and trust is not in abundance.
You could pick some up at the store. Already know.
I wish that were true, Rictavio. What is your story? Why are you here? You do not seem to be of the Barovian type. You're more colorful than those I've seen so far.
I'm more colorful because I'm wearing colorful things. It helps paint the picture
What picture exactly?
of a circus master. Some bringer of joy and mirth. Very good fun. Very good fun. I am here because I must be. There's a circus in town and the festivities coming up. We have 3 days to the blazing sun. You might have noticed one of the signs. I'll have to go out and literally look at any ball.
Well, we actually must leave tomorrow. Perhaps we can come back for the blazing sun. But to be completely honest, a town that holds festivals every 10 days bothers me.
Everything
It-
bother you. It's fun.
Because
Always bell.
they seem to be putting a little bit too much effort into festivals and are ignoring the things around them.
I would just caution you against certain words you're saying.
Well, I have been told that this place might be a bastion, a safe place, this inn. So hopefully the way that I am speaking to you won't get me in trouble. But
I don't know, there's a reward for turning people in, but I am already fabulously wealthy and well suited to this town, so I think I'll let you off this time.
right. Well, Octavio, I would be interested in discussing this opportunity of travel with you more I will say that in order for that to happen, I do believe you'll have to get along with our companion, friend, a little better.
You keep calling each other companions, friends. Just pick one word. So much easier that way. Are you friends or companions? It's a very big difference.
I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, drama.
That's-
I might take interest in you yet. There could be new material in this group.
While you guys are talking, Danica is actually going to come over, and she's like, I am so sorry to interrupt, but are you aware that Captain Strahd is just pacing outside?
No, can I get more of this bread and jam?
Of course. But I did notice that he did come with you, but he has not seemed to have left. Are you waiting to go somewhere with him?
He didn't say anything.
Was he?
He doesn't
Oh.
say much of anything at all.
Oh no! We were supposed to go with him to the church.
Yeah, can we transition upstairs real quick because we can get
Yep.
this sorted?
Yeah,
Awesome.
she'll get you more bread, Toby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So Brahm has kind of shown us to our rooms. Irina would kind of get stuff set down, and she would turn to Colin. It seems your endless optimism is running dry, my friend. Is everything all right?
It's fine. It's just been a couple days. I still feel exhausted. And after that, he's just gonna walk to the opposite room and put his stuff in this other room.
Okay.
Irina would follow, and Colin, I hate to press, but do you know the captain? Have you met this man before? He is very intent on you.
I mean, in this life, I've never met him, but you never know.
Do you know why he might have let us in? It is very clear that they were hesitant to do so until he showed up.
Literally no idea. And he hasn't said anything to me.
I understand. Right, well, Winchester has taken a liking to that man downstairs. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. My thought is that we will head to the temple, but also Blinsky's perhaps on our way back to stay the evening. It is my understanding the captain will escort us the entire time.
You're telling me it's not time to go to sleep yet?
Not yet, I'm afraid, Colin, but soon.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I should figure out somehow, some way more about why we were let in and get to keep everything, but I don't know currently.
Yes. I should tell you, Colin, it is my intention to not linger here very long. These people, they are naive as we were only a few days ago. This place is not safe. We both know this.
Yes, definitely do. And it's so great to have to be careful what you say and what you do, and
Yes, I know that this wears on you, given your tendency to point out fallacies, for lack of a better term. But I'm sure that we will be all right. Just
yes.
keep your patience, huh?
Everyone and everywhere has secrets. This is
Yes.
true.
Deep breath, Colin. We'll get through it. And she'll
While
head to go
you
take a
are
breath.
putting stuff away, you are actually going to find, like, kind of, as you open one of the chests, a false bottom, or a false top, actually, to the curved chest, is going to come loose and fall down as if it's, like, kind of old. And they just have it up here. Perhaps the original owner forgot that there was a false top to it. But an old journal will fall out into the bottom arena. And then, Colin, you are going to find in the waste bin of your current room a crumpled up newspaper that seems relatively recent.
Oh, I've seen this before.
What on earth?
Asking where in the world is Van Richten? The famed monster hunter, to put it in real life terms, it's like Van Helsing.
I was just about to ask who the hell is Van Richten.
Yeah, no, it's very much like Van Helsing. You would know with your knowledge, he actually has published quite a few guides to the supernatural that you have read.
Wonderful.
And like have used and utilized the knowledge from quite a bit.
I'll definitely stow that in my pocket and start to reluctantly head downstairs.
Irina, this journal appears to also have included in a small tattered map to some keep as well.
Yeah, she's gonna kind of thumb through this and
you can click on the
Catching.
text part of it to read through.
Yep. She's gonna see the name Tatiana there and have that moment of like, boo, like camera slow, like son of a fucking bitch. But as Colin walks by to head down, she will carefully like tuck it under the mattress of the room with the intent to read it later, and visibly shake herself and one thing at a time. And she'll
All right.
follow down.
Okay. You guys are able to kind of meet back down on the ground floor, where Danica has just gotten done telling Winchester and Victavio and Toby that the captain appears to still be waiting outside for them.
Yes, Colin, Irina, we must be going. The captain is, I actually completely forgot that the captain was still here. Octavio, it was a pleasure.
Oh, you're muted.
I don't intend for it to end yet. You have to go see my good friend, Blinksy. I don't need to make my doll repaired, so forgive me if I tag along. Your group seems fraught with drama.
Just watch what you say.
I always watch what I say. It's very easy because the words come right out of my mouth in front of my eyes.
Can you see them?
Sometimes, if I write them down.
Just to be a dick, Colin is, while he's walking, just going to, so only he can see, is going to visibly form words like in his hands and just wink at him and walk.
What words?
Fuck you.
Yeah, okay.
We certainly can later if you want, but I warn you now, I am not a cheap whore. Very expensive whore.
I'm just gonna walk to the really cool, awesome dude and stay behind him again.
Okay.
The captain
feel free to move your tokens out, and I will get you guys all set to journey.
Do I get that? Do I get that sweet bread though?
Oh yeah, she brought it back to you.
And
You
like
can take it
as
to
everyone's
go.
leaving, he's like, crap, and he'll just like take the jam and just like plop it on, and just like go.
Okay. So Ezek will escort you down the streets. And nod to you, and you will notice you will actually pass a pair of guards that seem dressed differently than the usual town guards. They are dressed all in red, and as they pass by, no one will look up and make eye contact with them, but the smiles definitely grow wider. And Ezek actually seems to stiffen around them, and his eyes will slightly narrow. And they will not even nod at him as they walk by.
So the way he's looking at them, is he like, I mean, not necessarily scared, but does it seem like they're obviously higher ranking than he is?
No, and he has no guile, really. He's not trying to hide anything from you or be sneaky. So I'll just explain to you his vibe. It's not that he is necessarily outranked by them, but more that they seem apart from his ranking, and he does not approve of them.
Ooh, interesting. While we're walking and I'm kind of sticking really close to him, I'll just kind of like under my breath and whatnot. Are you able to speak?
He will just look at you and remain silent.
And then I'll think in my head, what about like this?
He has no reaction.
Well, I might as well ask. How do you know me?
He will stop in his tracks and actually change direction. And based on the map that Danica drew you guys, he is no longer leading you towards the church, but down towards Blinsky's. Are you gonna follow?
Yeah.
Wunderbar. I was hoping we would go this way first.
Oh, let me drag you over. Okay, there you go. And he will continue to march ahead. Down here towards a shop. The cramped shop has kind of a dark entrance portico above which hangs a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse with a B engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are two arched lead-framed windows, and through the dirty glass you see jumbled displays of toys, hanging placards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky." And I will share it with you. You'll even see a small child, kind of as you grow closer to the shop, looking in one of the windows at all the different toys.
I feel like my genre awareness is pinging a little bit. I'm gonna just look at the place.
If it would be okay to immediately split the party, I'm gonna walk right into Blinksy's toys.
Well, you're not with the party, so we're still sitting here. We're fine.
Well,
Oof.
either way,
Just
I go
kidding.
in.
Just kidding, Turk.
Feel free to join in whenever you want. I have business with Blinksy's though.
Oh, Oh, how do I do this?
That old Kaja owes me a puppet.
Colin, why are we here? I thought we were headed to the temple was there.
Well, he'll just kind of nod to the captain, just following our escort here. I don't know. I mean, this entire town, I have an uneasy feeling in my stomach, but I don't know. All of us going into one small location with a stranger is no longer on the list of things that I enjoy doing.
It will be all right, Colin. And worst case scenario, we die. And she'll step into
that's true.
Blinsky's to look for a toy for this girl.
I can assure you that is not the worst case scenario.
Yeah, but there's no sense in arguing about that now.
There's Blinsky. Where are you, you old Kaja? Can't
Okay.
see anything.
Here, I'll put some light in here.
Thank you.
Toby, did you save any food for me?
You see him like already halfway through this loaf, and he'll just like tear off a piece, like stop jam it over.
Thank you, friend.
As Ezek walks in, you guys will also, following him in, see a man. And he is brightly dressed in brightly colored clothing, almost reminiscent of a jester. And he has a monkey perched on his shoulder, currently eating at something in his hand. And he will look up. Welcome. Come in. You looked for toys. And he will get a sight of the captain and be like, another one, so soon. Yes, I just want you to be happy. All my toys to make everyone happy. I have the latest. And he will walk into the back and bring out a box and set it before Ezek on the counter. This is the latest. Hopefully, this is the final one. I think, based on your sketches, I think we've got it right this time. And Ezek will just shove up to the counter. And as you guys kind of finish filing in, you are going to see all of the toys in here are very fitting for the land. There is a stuffed werewolf where inside you can actually pull out little tiny humans from the stomach, little stuffed humans from the stomach. There's a toy Strahd, a ventriloquist dummy. There's a wind-up raven. There's all sorts of various
Hold up
little
now.
toys. Mm-hmm.
If you're not allowed to say a certain name, what is the toy labeled?
It is labeled vampire.
Of course. So the certain things that we have from a certain reading, do we have those? We don't have those on our body, right? We just have what
The
she
memory
said.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Irina's clocking it too.
Yeah, I'll just move closer to Irina and very discreetly, using my eyes, to the monkey, to her, to the monkey, to her.
She'll. Oh, go for it.
No, you do your thing, and then I'll do my thing.
She'll nod and do that reassuring, like reach out and kind of squeeze your elbow, and like with a little pat, like I'm with you, bud. I'm right there with you.
I would like to approach my good friend Blinsky.
Yeah, the monkey's actually gonna hop off of his shoulder, run down his arm, and then hop up onto your shoulder, and just kind of do like a little paw at your cheek. And Linsky will be like, one moment, friend. Just one moment. You're not here to take him back, are you?
No, I am here to talk to you about the puppets, in fact. But first, you old coach, it's good to see you again. I have brought customers, see? Or rather, Isaac has brought customers, and I've accompanied them.
They do need
Yes,
accompanying
yes.
people.
And Isaac, ignoring all of this, is just going to take off he seems very focused on what he's doing. He's just ripping off the top of the box, and in a bunch of, like, tissue paper is going to lift out a beautiful doll. And Colin, you will recognize this doll. It is a spitting image of Amelia. And Isaac will hold it out to you and then just lock eyes with you. And Blinsky will kind of look back and forth. Is this who it is for? This is who I'm making this doll for all these years? He come into me almost every day. I still do not have a right. Every day there's a change I have to make to her face or to her curls or to her hair to make sure I apparently do not have a right. Is this for you, friend?
Is he talking to me?
Yeah.
I guess so. It's for a friend, and I'll just grab it and just put it into my jacket and just stare at the captain. And I really, really wish I had something else that would allow me to do something right about now that doesn't involve speaking out loud, but I don't. So I'll just keep staring at him.
He's just locking eyes with you in his intense gaze. And Lindsay will kind of look back and forth. Well, maybe I finally got it right. The rest of you, puppets, of course. I can help you with your puppets. Is anyone else in need? You would like some of my toys? I just finished a set of wooden nesting dolls. The smaller each one gets, the older it gets, until the innermost doll is a mummified corpse. He's very fun. The kids are loving it.
Oh, novel. This is very good. Oh, no, Piccolo. You know, down. Go to your friends now.
Yes, big. Oh, to me, and he'll hop back up. You know, I worry. We've bonded. You know, I don't want to. I see you walk in here, and I always worry you have come to retrieve him.
I would never take him away from you. He was a gift, and I am pleased to see that you're both enjoying each other's company.
Good. I was worried he would miss you too much, but you know, I give him snacks and treats. I bribe him.
Look at those eyes. He is won over by your kindness.
You hear that, Piccolo? You're mine now. We're friends now. He's just an old person that you used to know. You're Blinsky's now.
My goodness, you speak of me as if I'm not here. I already feel like the other woman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a very specific form of faith that I don't know the exact translation into D&D, and it hasn't come up yet, but I was going to ask this episode. What would be the closest to, like, the occult or to, like, Wiccan or something like that?
I don't know that there's, like, a direct analog.
Druids?
So, I mean, it's just kind of occult. Your belief is in the nature of the world. Not necessarily nature, but the old magics.
My background is based on it, and I recognize people that share in the same faith, and I command respect of those in the same faith. Based on what's just happened, do I feel like either Blinsky or the captain share any of those similar interests?
You do not get that feeling.
Which makes it even weirder. Cool. All right. Yeah, I'm just chilling.
Pardon me, Mr. Blinsky.
Yes.
I have a
I am so
quick
sorry. He'll turn over to a little, like, wind up thing. He'll, Piccolo, if you could. And Piccolo will walk up and start winding the music thing. I am sorry. Sometimes he forgets when we have customers. Continue, miss.
I have a few questions. We are here. for several things. And she'll look at Colin and look at Winchester and Toby. First, there is apparently a doll that is in high demand. We have a young woman who requested it for her 12th birthday. A doll with dark hair. Are you familiar?
Yes. This is my new headless doll. The kids are loving it. It comes with a sack of attachable heads, including one with its eyes and its mouth stitched shut. The kids love it. They can switch out the heads.
Very good. We would take that. And then she would very look at him. I'm very grateful for the help. And I'm sorry, this might sound strange, but I think we were sent here for you to help us.
You're sent here for me? I just make the toys.
Before we get too far, sorry.
Mhm.
I use similar music to this for magic. The second it happens, I feel like that's going to put me on edge and try to figure out if this tune is magic.
Okay. Using your eye, it just appears to be like a normal song that plays. He's like, you'll see him kind of like humming along to it. Best guess is he probably thinks that children enjoy this music and likes to put it on for them.
Right. Sorry, Irina. Continue.
Sometimes things are not as they seem, and I believe that we were sent to find you. I think that you can help us.
And what? How? Who sent you to find me? Was it a little girl, little boy? They need a toy, and he's gonna start like digging around. I love to make the children happy, and he'll hold up some different toys. One is a wooden string mobile of hanging bats with flapping wings that he will kind of demonstrate for you. You will see their wings, they flap. You hang it over baby cradle.
Pardon, Mr. Blinsky. May I? And she will reach into her pack and pull out the telescope, and kind of hold it in her hand. I'm sorry, this might seem a bit odd, but bear with me. And she's gonna take a gander at Blinsky and Rictavio with this telescope.
Blinsky seems solidly here, as if he is a part of this shop. He is the same like level of there-ness as the toys and counters in this shop. However, Rictavio will appear quite misty, as if not from this land, or at least not a part of it solidly.
Gotcha. I know that the Vallaki are not allowed within the city walls, but we were told by one.
You mean
that
Vistani?
Or Vistani, yes, thank you. We were told that there would be someone, a jester, who could help us in I guess our quest at this point. I don't know what the right word would be. And she looks at like Winchester, Toby, and Colin like, I don't fucking know.
I do not believe you could mean me. Who told you this? What did they say? I am just a toy maker.
I insight check him as he's doing this. Is it kind of like, no, not me, no, like?
Yeah, go ahead and insight check him.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we just get what we came here to get and get out?
A 15.
He legitimately seems like his entire purpose in life is toy making. It's the only thing he thinks about. It's his true joy and passion. He just wants to make toys.
Colin also took note of the "Do you want your monkey back?" Just heads up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also
Uh,
take notes,
check
don't
mark
you?
in the list of I don't trust you.
She will kind of sigh and think to herself, of course it's not going to be this easy. And will, yes, well, we'll take this headless doll and be on our way. Thank you.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
of course.
An exchange payment, however much it is.
9 copper.
How much for this specific toy? And Winchester turns around and he has glasses on over his blindfold that have like what look like dried out eyes in the lenses, and as he turns around they just go
Yes, those are just 3 copper. Those are great at parties. The children love them. They chase each other around, screeching in the light. Their eyes are coming out of their heads. It is good fun.
This is very good. I will take this. Absolutely.
What are the rest of you doing?
If we got the doll, I'm leaving.
Okay.
I'm buying that Strahd voodoo doll. Sorry, it's the vampire voodoo doll.
Vampire. We don't want anyone to get in trouble. Is this a vampire?
Is just a vampire indeed, though a very well-dressed vampire. He could be a lord of the land, some might say. And some might say
You
by...
be careful, Rictavio. You will get in trouble.
Oh, when have I ever gotten in trouble? Plus, I have you and Piccolo to look after me. And he just, perhaps if I stopped here, the beast would die.
It is not that kind. Not that kind of doll. I only make happy toys.
Ah, well. Some suggestion you could maybe squeeze it and have his eyes pop out.
He's gonna get out like a big notebook with a bunch of papers shoved in it and just start writing the yes, vampire doll. Squeeze.
Yes.
Eyes come popping out. This is good.
Maybe-
This is good.
Who says Octavio is not skilled in the ways of toy making a little bit as well?
I got
give
to
my
show you
monkey idea a bit
something.
of toy making.
I got, and he's gonna pull out something. I made something for Piccolo. Did you know Piccolo? He's a she. You had her in a little jacket, and he's gonna pull out a little pink tutu, and she'll slip it on, and just kind of like look for a second, like she's spinning the thing. She has tutu. You had her in jacket.
Well, I am most sorry, my dear Lady Piccolo, and he will fully bow to him.
She's gonna do a weird like screech at you, but it's like fond screech.
Yeah. Well, I am glad to see your current situation allows you to be more comfortable as you are. And I will be happy to see you are in good hands now.
Yes.
Lady Piccolo. Lady Piccolo, Master Blinsky.
Yes, you come back. I will fix your puppets. I will make you some new ones. Maybe I will make some where the eyes squeeze out. That is a good idea.
If you could.
And I will
that would
figure
be
it out.
Certainly be a show. Very good. Well, I leave it in your capable hands, but it seems this group is moving on. Well, at least the demure members and the hungry ones. And the tall guard captain is sure to leave them away very quickly if I don't go. Thank you again.
All right. Is anyone else sticking around?
No, Irina's confused by Colin right now.
Okay.
Winchester, were you going to do something?
Winchester was going to approach Irina real quick. Keep your eyes on the others, please.
What do you mean?
I am keeping my senses about, but as you know, there are some things I cannot see. So Colin is acting different. And it could be stress, but we shall see. I am trying to figure out Rictavio.
Irina will kind of hang purposely as we're following the captain leading wherever he's leading us. Will purposely kind of, when he says that, she's his seeing person, kind of stepping back a little bit, like purposely falling behind the group. This man is strange. I don't fully understand why you've taken such a interest in him, but I believe he is not the enemy.
Right. Well, as far as I can tell, he is not like other Barovians. And as we seem to be the same for the most part, if he is not normal, he is either a potential ally or a potential enemy. And I would like to know what. And until then, I would like to try to make him an ally.
With time.
Yes. We will see.
She would also be kind of muttering the laws of the land to Winchester to bring him up to speed. Just because, like, he can't read and we didn't get a chance to really. She'd be like, so don't say this, and we have to pretend and, like, make sure that he got a full understanding of what the deal is so he wasn't at a disadvantage.
Yeah. As she's muttering the laws, as she goes through the list, Winchester is going to kind of look shocked for a moment, quickly reach into his bag and pull out an envelope, and it will burst into flames and disintegrate.
Winchester, what on earth was that?
It was the letter that you received from him.
You kept it.
I did.
Why?
Just in case it was needed.
Well, I'm glad you remembered you had it. And we'll continue on.
Okay. Ezek will lead you to the church. Down the streets, and you guys will arrive there. Let's see here. To a slouching, centuries-old stone church. It has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked glass-stained windows depicting pious saints. A fence of wrought iron encloses a garden of gravestones next to the church, and a thin mist creeps among the graves. And as you guys arrive, Ezek will stand outside, almost like a sentry, and gesture for you to go in, and he appears intent on, like, waiting for you to again tend to your business.
Irina will walk inside.
Okay. And I'm going to pause us there and say that we end this session, and we can pick up here next session.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so let's take you back a temporary landing page for all of you. We'll put Rictavio on it too.
Even Rictavio. Oh,
Even
I'm so charmed to be included.
Rictavio. Yes. Okay. So, everyone, thank you for joining us. That will conclude session 10 of Curse of Strahd Dark Echoes. Thank you all for joining us. Tune in for more every other Sunday or Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific. Our next session will be Saturday, May 22nd. I am LUKALOCK, and I have been your Dungeon Master this morning. Players, starting with Sarah, would you like to go around and sign off?
Yeah, hi, hello. I am Osirex Franco. I played Irina Kolyana, the Human Ranger. If you like my face and the words I say sometimes, you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Osirex Franco. Tomorrow in the evening, I'll be over at Nat 20 in Morningstar and Company, a post Barovia completely homebrew campaign. My understanding is on Sunday there's going to be like the closing of season 2. So things kind of got weird and the best way possible. So come check that out. It'll be a lot of fun. Then I'm back here at TPK Roleplay for the Age of Aquarius, an Altered Carbon campaign on Monday night, which is super cool. And I'm super stoked for it. Then Thursday, catch me back over at Nat 20 because Roundhouse is kicking off season 2. Woo! So Roundhouse Alpha. Then we have Roundhouse Omega the following Monday here on TPK. So lots of fun things going on all the time. It should be a blast. That's it. Cole?
Hello, everybody. I am Kohlrabi. I play Colin, the Antiquarian. If you like the things that I do, I tend to stream every Tuesday before either Harper's or Beyond the Undergrowth. However, this week, I think it's this upcoming week on the 12th, instead of Tuesday, we'll be doing a chivalry big event. Everyone's invited who wants to be. And then on the 13th on TPK, Sherlock Investigations is back, and we're going to the carnival. Other than that, I'll be in Harper's again sometime in June. I do things and stuff around here, and I'll be back on the 22nd for Dark Echoes, and who knows what things and stuff. But that's all from me. Ties up.
Hey everyone, I'm Tyrant. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Dr. Tyrant. I played Winchester, the half-elf druid. As for what I have coming up, I have a number of streams on my personal channel that I am trying to maintain as much as I possibly can. One of those is going to be tonight. I don't know exactly what I'll be playing, probably some Subnautica, so if you want some deep sea horror type stuff, come check that out. I will be returning to TPK on Monday the 10th for Atrium of Aquarius, our Altered Carbon campaign. It's episode 2, so if you are worried that you might not be caught up, the first episode is on YouTube now, and you can catch up just in time for episode 2. Trust me, you're going to want to be there. It's very cool. The cosplay is very good, and it's just all around amazing. And then on Tuesday the 11th, I will be back here for Harper Investigations as we continue with my new character, the giant Uncle Iroh-like Loxodon cleric. We finally have a cleric in Harper's, which is fucking insane. So I'm excited to continue playing that. And then I will be off for a while until Monday the 17th. Be back here again on TPK for the first episode of Roundhouse Omega, our Roundhouse Season 2 campaign, which is split between TPK Roleplay and Nat 20. So Nat 20, I believe, starts on Thursday the 13th. Is that correct, Sarah? Starts this Thursday?
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
Alpha, yep, Alpha's on Thursday over at Nat 20. Omega's on next Monday here. So it's gonna be I'm super psyched.
So definitely come out and watch that, and then catch us again 2 weeks from today for the next installment of Dark Echoes. Tony.
Hey, it's Tony playing Toby. My next thing isn't till the 18th with Beyond the Undergrowth continuing, and then back here again for Dark Echoes on the 22nd. So I'll pass it to Turk.
All right. Well, hi, I am Turk, and I was playing Rictavio, who's of course a human master of ceremonies. Maybe a bit half-elven, who knows? Somewhere down the line, someone fucked an elf. And I had delight poking fun at the party and giving them even more trauma, clearly. But if you want to see more of the things I do, then I have good news. You can find me at Turk Extended on Twitch and Twitter. I will be doing some streams. We will be playing Banner Saga, not Alchemist Simulator, because that game made my computer go to shit. And if you're all familiar with Banner Saga, we are at Borisgard, which of course means we are getting close to the end. There's been a bunch of stuff that's happened. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, beyond that, I will be gracing your screens or cursing them, depending on your opinion on me, on Sunday for some total party recap, where myself, Kohlrabi, who is of course on your screens, and Strahd, who is in chat, so helpfully giving us shout-outs. We'll be talking about all the really cool stuff we did this week on TPK. Of course, then I will be back with Ulrich, the fully armored himbo, on Harper Investigations. And then Thursday I'll be over on Nat 20 for that Alpha Squad. Oscar is back, and I don't know anymore than that. Still figuring it out. Beyond that, of course, on the 16th, I'll be over on Neon Lights for Only War. I am on a roof. I have a rocket launcher. These insurrectionists seem to be better prepared than we initially suspected, and our AdMech agent knows about a giant cannon on the moon. I can't really tell you else other than that, other than we shoot things a whole bunch, and it's a good time. Just pure chaos. So yeah. Keep in touch on the socials if you want to find out when I stream, because what is an actual schedule. And that's about it. So I'm going to throw it back to, of course, our fantastic Dungeon Master, LUKALOCK.
Hi. Make sure to come back tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific, because the Coven is going to summer camp. So I get to play Isla, a gregarious young girl. It's her first year at Camp Flying Moose. And word is there's some creepy things in the forest. So that's gonna be awesome, and I'm very excited for all the Gravity Falls Hilda vibes. And then Monday I am in our Altered Carbon campaign, Atrium of Aquarius, and then Tuesday we're back for Harper's, and then the 17th I get to play for my very first time in Roundhouse. So I'm very excited about that. And then, of course, on the 22nd, we're back for Dark Echoes again. You guys finally made it to Vallaki. Special shout out to a very special someone for doing some amazing voice work for me today, for Colin's little moment. You're the best. Thank you. And that's it for me. I will take us out, but thanks everyone for coming by, and come back tonight for camping vibes. It's going to be awesome. Love you. Good night.
All is well.